Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ole Miss Rebels. State to state, Holly Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Rebels ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. Makes the grab. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Looking for space, it's Davison. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those 2 guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like what you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down mark.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games. That is a bad play at a bad time.
He might want another play. He leaves it with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game.
Might have a chance. Got enough for the first. The 20, 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it, and you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed, and that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different, and now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Surge ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Moore. Caught over the middle. It's Hooks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that time with the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. The throw. Complete in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Here's Moore to throw. The quick out. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
The run inside. It's Davison. Fighting off the defender. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Running the red zone, it's Davison. Headed to the end zone, and he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets the back moving. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your...
Caught, and he's got room. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Ducks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Running inside, it's Hill. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense. Throwing
more. The The short hands, it's Johnson. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Moore will throw. Bring in the heat. Zings it complete to the right. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part.
Could be an alley. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And how about this drive this offense has put together, man? You're kind of backed up. You just want to get some good field position. Now they've converted the sticks, moved the ball down the field, now set up first and goal, a chance to continue their physicality, own the line of scrimmage, and finish this long drive.
Trying to run, it's Davison. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Moore from the gun on third down. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Running into the open space. There's a crease. 30, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown Rebels. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. I'm going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And the extra point is good. And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dante Moore fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
I love when quarterbacks do that. When you go back to the guy that made a mistake earlier in the game. Earlier we saw that receiver fumble. Right away the quarterback throws him the football. Don't worry about it. I got you. We need you to win this game. And that's going to help this receiver's confidence and his mojo moving forward. Really good job there by the QB.
Finds his tight end. Runs through a man. He might have space. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Moore to the air again. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the back. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The give to the back. There's some room. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Smart play call here. Anytime you can use the defense's aggressiveness against them, that's the way you do it. Eventually, you'll catch them out of position and bust a big play.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Finds a little space. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be third down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He's He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got a man, it's Cunningham. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Going for it all. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Soft spot in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try to draw even here before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And we are all tied up here in the second.
How big was that? Kicking the field goal to tie the game going into halftime, and you just sent a message to your opponent. There's a lot of ball left. We've got a lot of juice left in the tank. This game could go any way here in this last half.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He made the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with Arizona State taking on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane.
Across the... And out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
And it's the Sun Devils looking to move to 4-0 on the young season, and they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program.
Rebels offense is back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for a big play. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
This guy is so comfortable in zone coverage. They're playing cover two, and he's just back there roaming around in the middle of the field. He's so confident in his speed to break on the ball. As soon as he saw where the QB was trying to go with it, he put his heel in the ground, accelerated, and made the pick.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Moore. Quickly to the tight end. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Moore to the air. Makes the catch. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Touchdown, Ducks. That one will give them the lead.
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Lacey. Turning it on! Inside the 50. At the 30. Inside the 10. He is in! Touchdown, Rebels! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Now here's more. Finds his big tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I got to be honest, guys. I'm a little surprised by the coverage on that play. It's 3rd and short. You can't allow a hitch route to pick up the 1st down. You've got to have way tighter coverage than that.
The run inside. It's Hill. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's more to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Moore. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Run in the red zone, it's Davison. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. On the ground, going for the 1st down with the give to the tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! Back and forth they go as these 2 high-powered attacks continue to flood the end zone. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. Handoff to the single running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the 1st down.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Creates a little space. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Lacy. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing in your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
Running inside. It's Davison. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now here's more. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They punt it away on 4th down. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the...
They've got a 1st down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
And that one stings. Man, this offense had an opportunity to go down the field, score, make this game awesome and super competitive, and they give up a safety and give the football back. I tell you what, they were already in a hurry, and a lot of things had to happen for them to come down the field and win this football game. Now, it's looking like an uphill battle.
Oh, he got loose. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ducks! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. What a lift that can give your team. Take a kickoff back 88 to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Looking long. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football, tackle, and don't give up the big plays.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback keeper. Here's a little room there. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry now where it gets frantic and sometimes things go wrong.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Swings it out to the flat. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play, shows off the hands first, got to make the catch first, does the rest, walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
So, guys, that touchdown was huge, but they have to get the 2 here to make it a one-possession game. Finds his man. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. Play number 9 on this drive. The give on the counter. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Lacey. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to...
And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. He will field this in his end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Got room on the return. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. In the red area, it's Davison. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Now here's more. Touchdown, Ducks. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. One more play to pad the stats. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Last play of the game, he's going to try to make it look a little closer. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated